Firstly, I want to apologize to Michelangelo Zumo for breaking the NDA and releasing this deck publicly. I didn't have a choice because I wanted to share this with the world because I think this is a very cool and unique deck that isn't so linear and has some crazy things that it can do. It uses the Golden Frieza leader and is a yellow-green deck. So let's talk about the deck as a whole, and then some of the combos it can do. So starting with the 1-drops, Avenging Frieza, I run it because it's a 1-drop and can hopefully net a card. I run plenty of targets, so hopefully it nets a card and then can be used as sacrifice fodder for Frieza. Goldo, same kind of thing as the Avenging Frieza, except it's crucial that at certain times he can be played to tap a blocker, tap one of their 2-drops or less, and screw up their evolution, like for example like tapping a Brawly so they can't evolve into Bio Brawly because you kill it with your leader, or tapping a blocker late game, and just going off from there. Plus Goldo is a blocker himself, and that's really good. Same thing with Sorbet. I run him because he's a blocker, and his effect, yeah, I might use it like very late game, depending. If I know it's the last turn of the game and I have to win that turn, if Sorbet's on the field, I'll pitch one of the extra cards to hopefully get some combo power off of it. But otherwise, I run the 1-drops for fodder late game, which I'll explain later. Apul and Sui as my 2-drop. These guys are really good. I didn't like them at first, like when I first saw them, when they were first released, but them being 15,000s at 2-drops, that's really good. And in this deck in particular, you want to drop them, and depending on the context of the game, you drop them, swing, hopefully get a life from your opponent, and then you ping them off the board with Frieza to untap an energy and draw a card. Dodoria, shouldn't have to explain why I run this. Any of the 10,000 pumpers you have to run. I would say probably 4 of them in every deck at this point because they're really good. And now the interesting part of the deck and where it gets into the green part is in my 4-drop lineup. I run Raging Attacker Vegeta because he's board control. He's really good. Double strike. He's strong. He can be played on my turn or my opponent's turn and screw up their plans. He's just a really good card overall and is really good late game, especially with the synergy with Frieza to untap energy. So, for example, I can play some of these guys depending on how much energy I have, and then ping them, or ping them from a prior turn. If I play these guys in a prior turn, I can ping them at a certain time and get enough energy so that on my opponent's turn I can drop this Vegeta and screw up their strategy. Furious Shell Vegeta, again, field control, like this Vegeta right here, but he's in there because if my opponent tries to camp me at 6 life, 5 life, what have you, I can play this Vegeta and help me awaken faster and kill their board. And he's big and has double strike. Mecha Frieza, I'm gonna have to recant on something I said in my prior video. Yeah, Mecha Frieza is really good. I don't know if he's like broken. He's really good, but he's especially good in this deck only because odds are your opponent's gonna kill him. Like for example, if you play him the turn of and you swing out twice, odds are your opponent's gonna swing to kill him off the board on their next turn or kill him in some way. So the plan is to drop him and then swing twice and then use this power to kill him off the board, untap 1 or 2 energy depending on where you are at that point in the game, and go from there. So it's not really a wasted type of action. It's like it just does a lot. The deck cycles through itself and untaps energy and keeps you safe with the untapped energy on your opponent's turn, so you can go defensive. And the biggest guy in the deck is Gotenks, and I run him because he's huge, he's overpowered, and he does some insane shit, and also he has synergy with this Frieza. And so before I get to the extra cards, let's just explain quickly, even though some of you clearly already know what this deck can do. But late game, basically, if I have, depending on how much energy I have, if you have like probably 6 energy, 7 energy, there are turns where you can, depending on how much energy you have, go drop him, draw a card, untap 2 energy, have enough to play him, swing out twice, kill him with this Frieza right here, and then play another one from your hand. So in one turn you can drop this guy and another Mecha Frieza and OTK in one turn pretty much. One turn kill. And so that's pretty much the strategy of the deck. Otherwise, with my extra cards, they help me defend very well against my opponent. You all know what Crusher Ball does. It rests all the threats that my opponents may have late game. Full power energy negates the attack and kills any little guys off the board. And Cold Bloodlust is an amazing card, and I think an overpowered card. It's really good. Basically, if I'm setting my opponent up for a kill turn late in the game, I can peck at them with this Gotenks or any of these guys, and then kill one of these guys from a prior turn that I played, untap my energy, and then keep it open for this, this, or this. And Cold Bloodlust is especially good because if my opponent tries to drop a Beerus, tries to drop a Gotenks, or do whatever, you can nullify it and then really screw them over. And again, for those of you who don't know, Bloodlust negates the entire effect text. So one way I won a game recently was my opponent played their Gotenks with 5 energy, and that's not a bad move because you play it for 5 energy, then you untap 2 energy. But they played it and I negated their effect with Bloodlust, so all 5 of the energy remained tapped. They didn't draw a card, and he loses double strike, so he's just a 25,000 just to swing for 1. And so that definitely changes the game, and it's really good. And so this is a control beatdown type of deck. Does some cute stuff. I was just curious to see if yellow-green could work, and I think it does work with this. My worst matchup is probably mirror match. For example, one of my local players who was really good, Frank, he made a good blue, yellow, golden Frieza, and anything that runs Cold Bloodlust pretty much, like he had Cold Bloodlust in his hand, and that kills me too. That hurts me a lot. That hurts my Gotenks if I try to play it, or this. And so pretty much anything that's like the mirror type of Frieza that runs Cold Bloodlust, that hurts me a lot. So that's all I really have to say about the deck. Let me know what you think, and let me know any ideas that you may have, because I wanted to just keep discovering more unique type decks in this meta before set 2 comes out.